Lord Krishna continued his transcendental Vrindavan pastimes after Damodar Lila. He started taking cows to forest, killed many more demons. When he was 7 years, one day he saw his father and all Brajavasis engaged in preparation of yajna. Being the Supreme Lord, he knew the sacrifice was for King of Heaven, Indra. Indra is a great devotee of Lord, but sometime even devotee come under the influence of Maya, and as a result, Indra was puffed up with pride. To protect his devotee Indra and enjoy one more transcendental pastime with Brajavasis, Lord Krishna approached his father Nanda Maharaj.
Father, what sacrifice are you getting ready for? Who is getting all these offerings? Are you expecting some special reward from doing it? Please tell me what the sacrifice is for.
Oh Krishna, you're only 7 years old, just a little boy. This business of demigod worship is too complicated. I don't think you would understand.
Please don't keep secrets from me. Father, I'm not an outsider. I'm your son. Tell me what you and the other cowherdmen are doing.
Well, we're getting ready to do the puja. We are going to make a sacrifice to Indradev, the demigod who sends us the rain. When the sacrifice begins, you can come and sit by me to watch how it's done.
Father, can you tell me more about it? Everyone is working so hard to gain something, but if they understand their work and why are they working, they achieve success. People who work in ignorance are ultimately failures. Therefore, I should know all about this puja so everything will be successful. Tell me, is it a Vedic sacrifice or just a popular ceremony?
Alright. I'm not sure you understand everything, but there's no harm in telling you. We're not the only ones who worship Lord Indra, because he's the Lord and the master of the rain-giving clouds. It is traditional to worship him in order to thank him for sending rainfall. Without rainfall, we cannot farm or produce grains. We would not have any fruits or vegetables, and the cows would not have fresh grass to eat. They would not be able to produce any milk. We couldn't live if there was no rain. Anyone who does not perform this Indra Puja out of lust, enmity, fear, or greed would never have any good fortune.
This is not good. One of the reasons I descended to this world is to make sure all human beings are living under religious principles. It is clear to me now that there is danger that people will be confused, thinking there are many different gods. I sent these demigods at the beginning of the creation, and they managed the material world for me. But now I see people are mistaking them to be all in all. What is the worst? The demigods may take themselves to be all in all. That Indradev, although only an officer in my command, is getting a little puffed up. He is forgetting his master. It seems that time has come to teach him a lesson. Father, I don't think we should perform the sacrifice for Lord Indra. It's so temporary. We perform the sacrifice now. Indra is pleased and sends rain. Then we'll just have to start it all over again. Next year, at the beginning of the growing season, we will have to go to so much trouble all over again, making another puja just for more rain. Since there's so much business that has to be done in this life, an intelligent person isn't interested in blessings that simply come and go.
But Nandana, one has to fulfill his responsibilities.
That is true, but all of these gods are just order carriers of the Supreme God. He is the super soul in the heart of men and demigods. Man may forget that everything belongs to God, but demigods should not. Before they send anybody anything, they have to take the Lord's permission. If they do not have it, they cannot benedict anyone.
Well, I can see what you're saying, son, and I'm sure you're quite right. But, well, I just don't know what to say. We have always done this in the puja. We do the sacrifice, Indra sends us the rain. It's a good system.
Yes, but human life has to have a higher aim. Indra is pouring water on the ocean as well as land. Rain does not depend on worshipping him, and just see, if you do not worship him, he is powerless to benedict you. He is waiting for his puja. Only then he can send rain. If you just do your duties nicely, you will get the results of the sacrifice anyway.
It seems logical. The boy has a point, Nandaraj.
Yes, I suppose it's true.
Father, we are Vaishyas. Our duty is in 4 divisions: farming, commercy, cow protection and money lending. Out of these, we as a community are always engaged in cow protection. Our home are not in cities, towns or villages. Being in forest dwellers, we always live in the forest and on the hills. Therefore, we should make a sacrifice to satisfy the local Brahmanas of Vrindavan, the pasturing ground of Govardhan Hill, and our wonderful cows.
That is a very good idea, Krishna, and since you feel so strongly about it, we'll make separate sacrifices, you say, but later, after the Indra sacrifice.
No, Father, don't wait for anything. The sacrifice for the Brahmins and Govardhan Hill will take too long to prepare. Better take all things you have already gotten together for the Indra Puja and use them for the Govardhan Puja.
Krishna, I think you will reel the mangoes off the trees. You seem so enthusiastic about this idea, and since your pleasure is my pleasure, we will perform the sacrifice just as you say.
Just tell us how you want the ceremony done. What do we need?
Let's prepare many different kinds of food, from sweet rice and vegetable soups. Many kinds of fancy cakes, both baked and fried, should be prepared, and all available milk products should be taken to this sacrifice. Invite the learned Brahmins who can chant the Vedic hymns and offer oblations to the fire. The Brahmins who should be given all kinds of grains, then cows who should be decorated with nice grass.
When Indra saw all Brajvasis have now started performing yajna for Govardhana Hill instead of him, he became very, very angry.
They what? I don't believe it. How dare they? Just see the impudence of these cowherds of Vrindavan. They are nothing but inhabitants of the forest, but being infatuated with their prosperity, they have surrendered to an ordinary human being, Krishna, and thus they have offended the gods. These cowherd men of Vrija have to suffer the consequences. Send the Samvarta cloud to me.
I am the most powerful cloud. I reflect the entire cosmos. There are many less destructive clouds that can certainly terrorize the residents of Vrindavan. Wouldn't that be sufficient? We don't need to destroy everything, do we?
I said, send the Samvarta cloud. These people of Vrindavan have become too puffed up over their comfort and riches and are too confident in the presence of their tiny friend Krishna. He is simply talkative, childish, and ignorant of the complete situation, although he is thinking himself very advanced in knowledge. Samvartak, I am ordering you and your companions to go and inundate Vrindavan. Everyone there should be destroyed, along with their cows. Do you mean you are afraid to carry out these orders? You shall go, and I will also go, riding on my elephant with great storms before, behind, and on either side of me, and I shall use all my strength to punish these Vrijavasis.
Clouds of devastation appeared in Vrindavan and started flooding the entire area. All the Brajavasis, as always, took shelter of Lord Shri Krishna.
Children, come here. Take my hands. Hurry.
Help! Bring the cows over here! Everyone! Dear Krishna, you are all powerful one, and you are very affectionate to your devotees. Now please protect us from the wrath of Indra.
This demigod who thinks himself supreme has shown his great power, but now I shall answer him according to my position. He is maddened with false prestige, but now I'll break his pride. I will protect my devotees of Vrindavan who are completely under my protection. My dear mother and father, dear residents of Vrindavan, if you wish, you may now come under this hill with your cows. You do not have to fear that this mountain will fall from my hands. Don't be afraid of the wind and rain, for your deliverance from these afflictions has been already arranged.
Son, you are in such a dangerous position. How can I help you? Each time I try to call you with some instruction, my voice becomes choked with anxiety. Oh Krishna, my Krishna, please, please, try to help him. He is too small to hold this huge hill by himself.
My dear friend, you have been standing there for the last 7 days and nights without any rest. All of us think that you are trying to do something that is just too hard for you to do. We don't think you should have to stand alone holding up this heavy mountain anymore. You should transfer it onto Sudama's hand. If you are afraid that Sudama can't support the hill, then at least change hands. Transfer the hill to your right hand and it will give your left hand a massage.
I was foolish to challenge the power of Krishna. What have I done? Clouds! Clouds! Stop! Let's leave immediately. We've caused enough trouble already.
After 7 days, rain finally stopped and all the Brajavasis were saved by Krishna.
My dear cowherd men, now you can go back to your homes with your wives, children, cows, and valuables. The inundation had ended and the swollen rivers have returned to normal.
After realizing that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, Indra came to his senses. He was ashamed of his behavior and was very sorry. This is the quality of a devotee. With Krishna's help, they soon identify their mistake and surrender to the Lord. When all the Brajavasis were gone, Indra appeared with Surabhi cow and Airavat elephant and started offering prayers to Lord Shri Krishna.
My dear Lord, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you because you are the supreme soul of all living beings. Please accept my prostrate obeisances. My dear Lord, I committed a great offense unto your lotus feet, being falsely proud of my material opulence and unaware of your unlimited power. Therefore, my Lord, kindly excuse me, because I am fool number one.
My dear Indra, I have stopped your sacrifice just to show my causeless mercy and to revive your memory that I am your eternal master. I am not only your eternal master, but I am the master of all demigods as well. You should always remember that all your material opulence are due to my mercy. Everyone should always remember that I am the Supreme Lord. I can show anyone my favor, that I can chastise anyone, because no one is superior to me. If I find someone overpowered by false pride, in order to show him my causeless mercy, I withdraw all his opulence.
After offering prayers, Surabhi cow and Airavat did Abhishek of the Lord. Indra served the lotus feet of the Lord and then left for his heavenly kingdom. This Leela of Lord is celebrated till day every year next day to Deepavali, when devotees go and make offering of Chappan Bhog to Govardhan Hill in Vrindavan, and Lord Krishna in form of Govardhan Hill is eternally accepting their offerings.